Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Choi. Today is going to be another sit down talking type of video. Today I'll be sharing you guys why I moved out of my house. So there's actually a couple reasons. If I were to give three big reasons, number one would be because I think most of you guys, when you guys watch the family vlogs and stuff, it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like there's just a lot of laughs and stuff, and yeah, it is really fun and there is a lot of laugh, but at the same time there is equally same amount of argument that is happening at my house. There's just so many people and we all are very opinionated, so yeah, sometimes we argue. The things that we want is just can clash sometimes, and when there's 7 kids in the house, of course that will happen. There's 4 girls as well, so there's also gonna be a lot of cat fight and stuff. So yeah, it was actually a lot of stress for me being in this house, though I had also a lot of great memories, but it wasn't that bad till I actually started to work full-time, and I just felt like I didn't have my own time. Usually I would go to work, and then when I come back, I just want to relax, just have a little bit of alone time, relax time. But when I'm at home, it's just there's always someone in your face. There's always someone trying to ask you something, trying to know something, and you just want to feel, you're just after work, you're just really tired, you just want peace and quiet, you want to be zen. But you know what, if you live in a family with 7 kids, and then there's your grandpa and stuff, and your mom and dad, so there's 10 people in the house, it's just impossible for peace and quiet. So yeah, I just had a lot of issue with work. One time I had this really important paper for work, and then someone actually threw it out. There's just so many people, no one doesn't really know what belongs to who and stuff, so sometimes that does happen. It wasn't the first time that someone accidentally threw out some kind of important paper, but this was just more stressful for me because it was my first year in working in this company, and I just didn't want to look unprofessional. So yeah, I was furious when this happened. I'm just who threw it out? I'm a very careful person. Usually before I throw anything out, I read what is on the paper. I would check the days to see if it's expired or something like that, or I don't know, or if I don't know, I would ask someone. But there's some people in my house that are just ooh, paper, it doesn't look like anyone owns it, it's trash. There's people like that. So yeah, there was issues like that too. So yeah, it's hard to be organized when there are so many kids and so many people. So that was actually very, very stressful for me. And another reason that I moved out was my family is so messy. Maybe not very messy, but they can be quite messy, and I think that was quite stressful on me because I'm quite a clean person. I'm the type of person that likes to know where things are. But of course, since there are so many people in your house, some of your belongings it can get lost very, very easily because there's always someone moving it and stuff, and that was very stressful for me because I like to know where my belongings are, because I hate when I want something and I just can't get it like that. I think I'm very, what do you call it, sekkachi. In Japanese they call it sekkachi. I'm very, very sekkachi. I'm just where is it? I need it now. I'll get so angry sometimes, and then I'll look like I'm the crazy one because people in the other people in my house, they don't care that much, and that they just think that I'm being a total beach. And yeah, and it's no, I'm not being a beach. I have to know where it is. That was also a really, really big issue. Before I moved out, I was actually sharing a room with one of my siblings. I'm not gonna say which one, but damn, that sibling was the messiest of all in my family. And I don't know why, out of all the siblings I could have ended up sharing a room with, but it ended up being that sibling, and that sibling was darn messy. It was really stressful because I would have to clean that sibling stuff too, and then when I clean up, of course, what messy people like to do, they like to make more mess, and then there is more mess and there is more stuff for me to clean, and it ain't even my mess. It was okay like when I was a university student, because when you're a university student you just have like so much free time. But then when I was like working full time, you know, I really didn't have enough time. Like, you know, I'm even trying to find time for myself. But then now I have to clean your shat. No, I'm not gonna do that no more. Like, I'm not gonna keep doing this. Yeah, I just really thought that. And like, you know, if I were to give you an example how this messy this sibling was, okay, we share a bed together. Well, we sort of did. This sibling was so messy. I actually like put a blanket on the floor and like a little pillow because I did not want to sleep in the same bed as a sibling, because I had no idea what that sibling be doing in that bed. So I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna sleep there. I'm scared. There's probably like organism that is living in that bed that scientists has not found yet. Like, that's how messy the sibling was. If I were to say an episode, probably about like once a month I do like this big cleaning in my room. And on this particular day when I was doing this big cleaning, I was like, you know, cleaning the bed, you know, throwing out a bunch of trash, and literally it was like half drinking Starbucks cup and there's like little mold floating on the very top. So yeah, that's really disgusting. And then the weirdest thing is, I don't know why, but there was a freaking chicken bone, like a chicken bone in the bed. And I'm just like, okay, I love chicken, you know, I have nothing against with chicken bone, but I do not love the chicken to the point that I want to like sleep with a chicken bone. And there was like this chicken bone, and yeah, that's when I like lost it. Like, no, like, I'm not taking this no more. I have to be demanding. I have to let the sibling know that I'm not tolerating this anymore. As usual, I think this, but I never say this because I am such a nice ass. And yeah, and I just continued to clean. I just kept it all to myself. I would give like some comments like, you know, it would be really helpful if you did this. It would be so helpful if you just put back in your clothes in your shelf. But you know, like, people that don't have like cleaning habits, it's just so hard. Like, I really don't understand this, but it's so hard to just like get like something and put it back where it belongs. But it's just so hard. I don't know what it is, but it's just so hard for that. This sibling, no matter how much I would tell the sibling, that sibling would never clean after themselves. We would often fight about this. And yeah, there's just so much people in this family. We have to share rooms because there's just not enough rooms for all of us. Also, my parents are very, very strict. I think it was a lot of pressure for me because when I'm like at work, I have to think about like, my posture, like my manners and stuff. I don't want to like disappoint anyone, so you know, I'm obviously like really working hard at work. And yeah, like, you know, when you're at home, it has to be like a place that you want to relax. But like, since my parents are so strict, you know, I wasn't relaxing. I felt like I was literally working like 24 hours. Like, I just had the pressure that I had to like do all these like chores because there is so much people in my family. And like, even like a simple thing like doing the dishes, it piles up when there's like 10 people. And, you know, I just felt like I had to do it because I just feel so bad when I see my mom like do the dishes. And then, you know, even though I'm like really tired, and even if I don't have time, I will do the dishes. And like days that I wouldn't do my dishes, siblings that do the dishes often would get mad at me because they think that I'm not doing enough chores, when really like I'm just very tired and I have to get ready for work for the next day and stuff. It was just a lot of stress. I was so stressed out to the point that like literally there was no place I could relax. I was getting very depressed, which is why I decided to move out. Surprisingly, a lot of people said that, you know, if I do move out, you're gonna end up, you have to do your laundry by yourself, you do your dishes by yourself, you have to make your lunch by yourself, you have to do everything by yourself. You know, you think that you don't have time at home, you know, go live by yourself, you will have zero time for yourself. So I was kind of scared and worried. But when I did actually move out and start living by myself, since I am naturally a quiet, or I'm not like super organized, like nothing like you know, Khloe Kardashian kind of stuff, but like I think I'm like relatively organized. I realized that I was actually more productive when I lived by myself. I live a lot closer to my job, so I'm getting more sleep. Yeah, there's just a lot of plus. You know, it is quite costly to live by yourself, and maybe if I did live at home I would have been able to save a lot more. But I think in the long run it just really helped me to be mentally healthy. I think it also helped, like the distance also helped me have like a more healthy relationship with my family, because I did have a lot of resent, because it's very stressful living with like 7 people. And I think it's more stressful because I am such a pushover. Like literally I would come back home from like 9 p.m. after work, and then my little brother, since like I'm like sort of like the nice sister, if you ask me to do something I will say yes, and he knows this, he goes up to me and says, oh, can you please help me with my homework? And you know, he's my little brother, I cannot say no to him. So I'm just like, okay, sure, but I'm like really tired, so I'll just help you for an hour. Yeah, he would promise me it would only take an hour, but then I would realize that I am helping him with his homework till like 1 to 2 a.m. in the morning. And then I'm done helping with his homework, and then I go to sleep, but I wake up around like 6:30, so I only have like 4 something hours of sleep. So yeah, I was always very like sleep deprived and stuff. And yeah, it was a lot of that kind of thing. It's also like my issue because I am very a pushover and I'm too nice and stuff. But you know, like I'm just like, yo, you know, I'm tired from work, give me a break. I just really didn't feel like I was getting that break. I wasn't like, you know, giving like me time and stuff. So yeah, that is why I did move out. Yeah, I think that was like one of the best decisions I have ever made. It was very hard. It's like a plus 600 to 900 just to live by yourself, and you know, is it really worth it? It's a really scary decision to make. But for me, there wasn't really any positive in living at my house. I couldn't see myself being happy living inside my house, and I was just actually very stressed out. I was very depressed. Yeah, and you know, all that really got better when I did start moving. That is why I moved out of my house. I have realized in my previous video, though it was quite dark, I actually sort of wanted to make like a more funny kind of video, but I don't know, it's really hard to say like funny stuff when you're alone. So I'll try to like make more videos with my sisters or maybe my little brother, so I could give you guys more like, you know, funny content. If there's any topics that you guys want us to discuss, or there's any questions that you have that you want me to answer, or you know, maybe if you guys want like advice, you know, that's perfectly fine too. If you have any like video requests, I do read the comments, so yeah, let me know, you guys. It's been a very rough week for me. I think you guys probably know that, so I'm sorry that today's video is a little bit choppy, but you know, I thought it was something that you guys was curious about, and yeah, this is just my very honest truth. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this week's video, and yeah, see you guys next week. Bye.